Welcome back. I'm Tommy, the Angry Craftsman. Today we've run into a problem. We are as you can see behind me, we're in a very small space with two lasers. The 3580, we're having issues with the chiller overheating because I have it wedged in a corner with no airflow. That's our fault. So we're going to rectify that today by moving the chiller to the opposite side of the laser. That way we have a little bit more airspace and we can slide this over. However, there's a few steps that are going to be, it's not just as easy as everybody thinks, where we buy new hoses and just move the damn thing. There is a little bit of labor involved in this because of this part right here. This is the chiller cable. It doesn't exactly reach. So stay tuned and we'll walk you through the process of doing this. Okay, so I've got a short piece of actual speaker cable. You'll notice that it has two colors, a red and a black. That's really all you need for this. So I don't know that I need the length that I have, but I'm just going to take and roughly measure and get a general idea. And I need somewhere in the neighborhood of that long. And I'm just going to cut it. And I don't know if you can see or not when you cut it. There's a string usually involved in this. The string is designed so that you can just pull and it severs the outside sheath. And I will deal with that in a little bit. I will set that on the floor and pick it up later. I'm going to go to my opposite end, and I've already got this one cut. And because I have no strength in my hand today, we're going to see what we can do with this. Or I'm just going to get pissed off and use my teeth. Good thing is I don't need a lot split down. Okay, now that I have both pieces, all I'm going to do is strip off the end. A good pair of wire cutters and strippers, I would say, is a must. We'll try to do this in real time, but I may speed up or that way nobody is bored out of their damn mind. Because hell, I'm doing this and I'm bored out of my mind. Okay. So my speaker wires are all cut. The ends are stripped off. I've got them twisted. And now for the scary part, what comes straight from the factory, I'm going to go ahead and cut it in half. Set one aside. I'm going to use a sharp knife. And all I'm doing is just barely cutting through the outside insulation. And then I'll pull it off, and I have two wires. We'll come over here and do the same. Now, once I get this done, I'm going to go back through the same steps, and I am going to strip off the insulation. Guess I already managed to do that one, pulling it apart. And now comes the hard part, or the fun part, depending on who it is the soldering. So we'll get this set right back up and we'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my helping hand set up here and I've already put the cable, part of the chiller cable in the one side. Now I got my shrink wrap. I've already measured to see which one I needed. And I'm going to slide that on there. Slide this one on here. I'm going to hope that I don't heat that up too much. And then get them in the helping hands. Now, here's the key to doing this. Is we're going to do one wire at a time, and we're going to remember which wire is what. I am going to, and it does not matter which wire you connect what to, as long as you put them all on the same side. So I am going to connect my brown wire to my black wire as such. And then I'm going to connect my blue wire to my red wire. And of course, they're going to give me, everything's going to be a pain in the ass today because that's the nature of my life.
So now I'm going to readjust and hope for the best. Now, instead of soldering, you could opt for butt splices, which is probably the more intelligent thing to do instead of this. But I've learned that if there's a hard way to do something, I'm going to wind up doing it the hard way.
So we've come to realize my soldering skills suck, but you know, this is why I do things like this. But at least they're holding. And I have managed to, so we will.
Now they're all done, here we go again with the shrink wrap. And once I get back over the corner, we're going to test it to make sure we're good before we start moving anything else.
So it's all plugged in. I guess we'll find out here. I assume it works. No alarms, no nothing else. It's registering, it's on. So next thing we'll do is change the hoses out and move it to that side. Okay, so I've squeezed my fat ass in behind this. laser. I've already removed the old hoses, installed the new 15-foot hose that I got from Amazon, and started putting everything back. As you can see, I'm running the RV antifreeze. I've got things hooked back up. I have a nice pink liquid in my laser tube. And no air bubbles that I really, care about. So here's the one thing when you're hooking this back up, make sure you put your hoses back, out to in and in to out. When trying to do this, here's the issue you're going to run into. The power cable is only so damn long. This is a 3580, so I've got it stretched and it's relatively tight. And as soon as we finish moving the laser back in place, then I'll be able to readjust where the chillers are. So we've gotten everything back together. What we've done is move the chiller from that side to straight back here beside the 51's chiller. Fairly simple, straightforward task, minus the fact that you either got to cut and solder or cut and butt splice to make your chiller alarm cable longer. We ordered 15 foot of the silicone hose from Amazon. If I can remember, I'll put a link in to what we got. It was just enough. Also, remember that you're going to lose a little bit of water or antifreeze or whatever you have in there when you change the hoses out. Also, you're going to be short of whatever you use, water or distilled water or the antifreeze, the RV antifreeze, because now you've extended your hose. So that takes up more. So be prepared to, with another gallon. I think by the time we were said and done, it took almost a gallon to top off the 51 chiller, as well as redo the 3580 chiller. Everything, make sure that you put your hoses back like they're supposed to go, out to in and in to out, so that the flow works. Double check your laser tube for any bubbles. Don't pinch your hoses. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. A lot of times the bubbles will just work themselves out. Remember, you can't go but so far because the power cord. You can buy, however long a hose that you want, or make your chiller alarm cable as long as you want, but you are only going but so far with the power cord. And so far what we've got on the 3580, it literally stretches from that corner to about right here is all the distance that you have. So, but it is enough, which should work for the 35100. It should go underneath of the tube extension as well. So in a nutshell, fairly simple, straightforward. It took a little bit longer just because we're trying to video and everything else. And I, of course, do shit the hard way. Had I used the butt splices, it'd have probably gone a lot faster. You can shrink wrap your connections as well. Cover them in electrical tape, whatever makes you happy. That's completely on you. If you got any questions, leave us a comment. Other than that, you can subscribe. That's completely up to you. Doesn't make a shit of difference to me. But all in all, I hope y'all learned something from this and have a great day. Fucker.